Talk.
Testing. All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
How do I? Do you know how to get rid of this?
Click on that.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Hey guys, welcome to Trade Like Nick, where I'm a former math teacher and stock options trader, where my goal is to teach you, but more importantly, to show you how to use math, a simple mathematical approach to making money in the markets. So you guys ready for your first lesson? All right, let's go. All right, everybody. Oh man, hey JJ, do you know, before this is the math lesson, do you know what equation this is right here?
This is the equation for a tangent line.
Very good. You know why I wrote this equation for the tangent line?
Rate of change.
Rate of change. And a lot of times when I talk, I kind of go off on a tangent. So
Okay.
that's why I want to, apply it, to the real world. All right. So here, I know a lot of my students, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys always say, why do I got to learn math, right? When am I ever going to use this tangent to the line in real world math? Would you guys like to learn how to use math in the real world to actually make money?
Yes.
All right. So here, number one, would you guys agree that tangents or anything that has a slope, this is the rate of change? Would you guys agree? This is the rate of change.
Yes.
Right? The steeper it is, the faster the rate of change. That's principle number one. We want a steeper slope because our money will grow faster. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So tangent. Also, number two, money moves at different speeds. So watch. Let's go to this new graph. If money is just growing at simple interest, it's just growing at a constant speed. Did you know there's this thing called velocity of money? Velocity of money is how fast your money moves. So instead of moving like this, it starts to curve. And now this right here is what we call an exponential curve, right? Y equals x squared, because now you're moving at an exponential rate. That's equation number two.
Okay.
This is what people call compound interest. But I'm going to teach you how to compound your interest every day, every week, every month, not just every year. That's how you accelerate wealth. Got it? Good. Now, let's talk about the basic of math. It's very simple. I'll show you how you can use math as your framework so that you're no longer gambling, because the honest truth is a lot of people are gambling when they go to Vegas, whenever they're playing a game, because the odds are already against them. Would you agree, JJ?
Yeah.
What if I taught you that you could actually be the house? Now you're not gambling anymore. What does it mean to be the house? It means trading with an edge, trading with the math on your side. Do you guys want to see how?
Yeah.
All right, come over here. So most people, when they trade, they have no idea what they're risking. Let's make this simple. If you make 10 trades and you are risking $40 per trade, and let's say you lose 20% of the time and you're right 80% of the time. When you're wrong, you lose $80 because you lost $40, you lost $40 twice, so you lost 80 bucks. When you're right, you make $10. So you multiply that by 8, that's $80. Do you see the math behind this? This right here, I want you to focus on this. 80% of the time you make 10 bucks, you make 80 bucks. The other 20% of the time you lose 40 bucks. You lose a total of 80. Is there an edge here? There's no edge. You're not the gambler. You're not the house. You're just flipping a coin. Every time you win a dollar, it heads, you win a dollar. Every time you get tails, you lose a dollar. Nobody has an edge. Would you guys agree with that?
Yeah.
But this is what I'm going to teach you. Using simple math, what if I told you this? Instead of $10, now you make $12. So you're right 8 times 80%. But instead of 10, you're making 12. So how much do you make? You actually make $96, right? Now, this is greater than $80. So now your edge is $16. Now, do you follow me? I just reverse engineered it so that as long as I'm right 8 times, and check this out, I'm risking 40 just to make 12. That means you're going to be right theoretically more than 50% of the time. Look, let me show you something. All right, you know what? See this? Remember that? See, you're never going to use this in life, right? Limit as it approaches -7. When in life are you ever going to learn that and use that? Yeah. Hey, no, wrong. Hey, you're approaching -7, bro. Hey, stop. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, just go to sleep, man. That's why I don't like math. Erase this. I'm not going to use this. Let's use some math that you can actually use in your real life. You want a real lesson? All right, a clean board. This is the teacher's best friend. Okay. Check this out, bro. Let's say you have a stock chart that is going up and down, up and down. You follow?
Mm-hmm.
I buy here. What did I say? I risk $40. I'm trying to make only $12. So my risk is way down here. This is how much I'm risking. This is my risk. And I'm only just trying to make this much. I'm only just trying to make this little itty bitty $12 right there. All I need is a stock to do this. Just hit, it can go all the way down here and then turn all the way up and then boom. If it hits it, I make my 12 bucks. Does that seem complicated?
No.
No, right? If you risk more, don't you think the chance of you hitting the $12 is higher because you're trying to just get a little bit of it?
Yeah.
That's trading, right? So this is what I'm going to propose to you guys on your first day of class. Can you actually make 1% a day on your account? And I know you guys are broke students. I was broke like you guys. So I'm going to show you how to do it with just $1,000 in your account. That's a night out. That's a night out in Silicon Valley. All right. $1,000. Can you make 1% a day? That's the challenge. Is that possible? Do you think it's possible to make 1% a day starting with $1,000?
Yeah.
Yeah, huh? Okay. Pretty confident. Well, what is 1% of $1,000?
10.
Very good. So you're just trying to generate $10 of income. Okay. This is after your winners, your losers, all that stuff. The net is 10. Let's see if that's possible. Check this out. Did you know your broker, when you day trade, they give you 4 times margin, 4-to-1 leverage. Do you know what that means? This is math lesson number 2. $4,000 of buying power. They let you borrow $3,000 to trade with if you're going to go in and out by the end of the day, because they know the stock's not going to drop more than 25%. Theoretically, it can, but most likely it won't. That's why they just allow you to trade as long as it covers their risk. Okay, so now with $1,000, you have $4,000 to play with, and you're only trying to milk out $10 a day. Does that seem a little bit more achievable?
Yeah.
4,000. Got it. Okay. Let's say you have a stock. Let's call it, I don't know, Starbucks, right? Let's say Starbucks is trading at $100. How many shares can you buy of Starbucks if you have $1,000 and they give you 4,000 of buying power? How many shares of Starbucks can you buy, Mr. JJ?
40, about.
Yes, about 40 shares. How did you do that math?
4,000 divided by 100.
Very good. I told you the math is not complicated. It's simple. So you could buy 40 shares, because 40 times $100 a share, that is $4,000. Would you agree? Right?
Mhm.
It's reverse math, right? It checks out, right? So if you could buy 40 shares at $100, right? Let's say you're risking $40. Watch. So watch. My stop loss is at 99. I'm risking $1. So if it gets down to 99, get me out. So I'm risking, how much am I risking? $1, right? Because 100 down to 99 is $1 risk. But I have 40 shares, so I'm actually risking $40. Make sense?
Yeah.
I'm only trying to make $12. So it only has to go up to 112. Actually, it doesn't even have to go up to 112, because if I'm only trying to make, I'm trying to make 1%, which is $10. If it already goes up, how many shares? I have 40 shares. Let's do the math here, guys. I think, help me out, JJ. I'm quizzing you. How much does this have to go up from? $100. It has to go up to how much if you have 40 shares, right? And you want it to equal a $10 profit. So you have 40 shares. How much does it have to go up by? What percent would it have to go up by? How would we? So now this is actually a real life math problem, right? So $40 times what? This is a good math problem. What's this variable here? So we have 40 shares of something. We want to make $10 of profit. So we want to know
40 times what percentage is what?
$10 of profit, right? Chat, anybody, how do you do this math problem? If you have 40 shares and you want to make $10 of profit, it has to go up by how much? Right?
25. 10
so you got to divide 10 divided by 40. What is 10 divided by 40? That's 1/4, which is 0.25.
25, yeah.
25 cents. So now look, this only has to go up to $100.25. It only has to go up 25 cents before it hits your $1 stop loss at 99. So the math here is this. Can you get to $100.25 before it hits $99? Do you see that? You're risking $1 to make 25 cents. And if you can time it at the right bounce, you only have to be right a certain amount of time, and the math is on your side. That, folks, is a huge lesson. If you guys can follow, I would rewind that. All right. rewind this lesson, what I just told you guys, this is something they don't teach you in school. $1,000. Here's the recap. $1,000. 1% a day is only $10. Right? If I'm only trying to make $10, I could actually buy I could buy 40 shares of $100 stock, risking $40 to make $10, and the stock only has to go from 100 to 125 cents. While if I get stopped out, it hits $99, but the most I ever lose is 40.
Wow.
And let's say it hits your loss, right? You do it again. It hits your loss again. You're just waiting for 8 winners to make up for your 2 losers. Here's a bonus one. You guys ready for bonus? For you newbies who are new to this channel, I'm going to blow you away with this one. This is a bonus for sticking around, because I know some people get annoyed at me sometimes. All right, watch. Let's say you have bad luck and you lose another $40. You lost a total of $120. Would you agree with that, JJ? Mm-hmm. If you lost 3 trades risking $40, you lost $120.
Yeah.
So now you have 3 losers. That means how many winners are you going to have? If you already have 3 losers, how many winners? 7, right? Because 7 plus 3 losers is 10 trades total, right? Mm-hmm. So you have 7 trades left to win to make up for $120. So on average, how much do you have to make? What is $120 on average over 7 trades? I told you the math ain't that hard. 1, 5, 0. You have to make $17 on average times 7, right? Will now give you, carry the 4, and that pays for your losers. Now that allows you to have another losing trade. If you have horrible luck where you're risking 40 just to make 17, you could keep doing it, because if you know how to do the math, the edge is on your side, now you reverse engineer it to figure out how much do you need to make in order to break even. That's the key. Don't over leverage yourself. Don't try to say, I'm going to double down, risk 80, risk 120. Don't do that. Keep on going for the small profits, consistent risk, and let the profits pay for your losers. You can control how much money you want to make. Initially, we only want to make 12. If we have losers, now we got to make 17 to make up for it. If we have more losers, now we got to make 20 to make up for those losers. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. The more you lose, the more you got to make in order for it to break even. That's a mic drop.